Was your question, how do you not lock up?
Yeah, that was my froze, yeah.
You hit Alt F4 for that little...
Oh, okay. That fix it? Why do you let these people stay here? The monks. If you don't seem to like them.
It's not that I do not like them, young one. They stay away from me. I let them have this part of the tower. I take this part of the monastery. I give them the rest. They bring me tombs. They bring me more knowledge, so I may become a more and more powerful Lich. I'm sure all of you have heard of Lich before, have you not?
I've heard the stories.
I have.
Yes. Well, fortunate for me, I did not really expect to have this happen to me, but as my brother and we fought in the Troll Wars, the second Troll Wars that were many years ago, and I
Knowledge
always...
history?
Yes, you can give me a knowledge history check. All of you can give me a knowledge history check. And he goes on to telling you that, you know, his brother Samalar Khadadun is the founder of the Knights of Samalar. Now, he goes on to telling you that they fought in the Second Troll War, and he talks of how, I always hungered for arcane knowledge and power. And this led me to lichdom, not just because I just poof turned into an undead lich. No. It was because of my brother, Samalar, my noble brother, fed me a potion of lichdom on the battlefield, rather than to let me die from a grievous wound that I had taken. But I do not hate the earth cults. I frankly do not care. I like to stay here in my laboratory, and I like to read and gain knowledge. As long as they bring me no more knowledge, and I do not have to leave my monastery, that is no concern of me what they do. So what say you? What are all of you here for at the monastery?
Not everybody go at once.
Come now. Come now, I am not your enemy. Speak up.
Basically,
And then he snaps his finger, and Alora, you are now unfrozen. Your muscles are aching. And he snaps his finger, and you are unfroze. Yes, Kel, I am sorry. Please continue.
We were told there was a group of evil cultists here, and we were going to come and basically wipe them out.
Have you wiped them out? Have you come to wipe me out? Because I am not your enemy. If you wish to fight me, I will give you this warning to go. If you wish to attack me, you will die, because I would close this room and fill it with a very toxic poison that will kill all of us. Well, all of you, not me. I'm already dead.
I challenge you to a fiddle do.
What is the, Dave, I'd like to, I mean, I've been listening to this guy for a while, and I want to kind of focus in on his voice and kind of see, I mean, he doesn't sound so bad, so I want to, is he deceiving us? What do I need to roll? To
an insight check? Yeah, insight check.
Insight. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm
Ooh, can I roll one of them?
Sure.
Oh my god, yeah! I got a 20! Awesome! Sorry, I got a little excited.
Wow, nice roll. Yeah.
Clutch.
Yeah, Donk and Theo. You guys, well, first off, for your history check, because I was looking for a rather high history check. Now, Theo, you remember the name Samalar Khadadun. You remember him as being a very noble knight, a very noble paladin at one time. And you remember him fighting through the wars, and supposedly he was still alive by some type of magical power. But
How long ago were the wars?
He is a very old man now, several hundred years back. But that's what you remember, and you remember that you've also heard Renwick Catadoon's name as well, and he was, of course, a wizard of the arcane arts.
So, you're him from the stories.
You have heard stories about Renwick or Samalar?
Both.
And what are these stories that you have heard, minstrel? Will you sing me a song and tell me?
No, don't let him sing.
Aye.
Donk will play tambourine.
I go ahead and restring my lute for the third time.
So as Theo starts to pull his lute out and starts to string it, now Donk and Theo, you guys can also tell that he is very genuine, and from the stories that you remember, Theo, he was a very noble. He and his brother were very noble knights because they were the founders of the Knights of Samalar. But yes, as you rewind your string and you play the first chord, ping, the string breaks again. And then the Lich kind of looks at you, and Renwick says, just tell me the story. It is nice to have visitors once in a great while.
I look at disbelief at my lute, just thinking, son of a bitch!
He's not a very good performer, is he there, Kazim the Magnificent?
I've never made a perform check.
I have not seen him actually play the instrument, no.
You've
Don't
rolled a
think
1, and now a 2. This is like
That's right.
awesome. This is a DM's dream come true, Theo. Thank you. Thank you for making that happen.
Donk thinks that
a
Theo
bard
is
who
really
can't
a
perform.
blacksmith. He kidding about that. I'm going to take a couple steps closer to this guy since I kind of I trust that he's not as evil as his first appearances might convey, and then I ask him, "What are you doing? Is there something Donk can help you find? I found lots of spells and scrolls and pieces of paper in the other rooms."
What is this ogre's name that you travel in companion with, Kel?
Hello, I'm Donk.
As he says, his name is Donk.
And this is one of your traveling companions, I take it.
Yes,
Yes.
he's useful.
Donk is strong.
Times have changed in the 100 years since my brother and I have. We were knights, and we used to fight these ogres, and.
He's not an ogre.
No,
He's the Goliath.
Donk's a good guy. Donk's not evil.
The Goliath. You mean the giants from the mountains?
Yes.
He's quite small for a giant, though.
What the?
So.
What does Donk gotta do to show that he's a good
Theo,
guy that's big?
Tell me this story that you've heard of me. Theo, you just make anything up, bud. Nothing's going to be wrong. Tell me what this story is that you've heard of the Catadoons, Renwick, and Samalar. What type of story is this? Oh, please do not sing. No, just tell me.
Now Dave yell, wrong!
Oh, good listener, please lend your ear. It's truth, for I was there. Before the night release its grasp, I'll tell you my story. They are coming even now to take that hill they love, and hope is often lost. But remember always what we did on Five Kings Hill that day. The enemy took upon themselves to fight by light of day. A war well you're in luck on Five King Hills that day. I just go on and...
It is rhyming quite good. Please go on. I remember that day. That was the second Troll Wars, Theo. That was the day that a tree club struck my armor and laid me down on the ground. That was the day that my brother fed me the potion of Lichdom. And now I'm becoming a dwarf Lich now, if you can tell.
I'm loving how your accent's changing.
Yes, it has. Kel's just shaking his head.
Is that a side effect of the potion?
I think it's your presence that is emanating. It is starting to bring life to my poor, dark, damp, run burgundy, musky chamber.
It does smell of many leather-bound books and rich mahogany.
I have heard that tale. The tale of the 5 hills, Theo. That is the battle where I left the mortal world and started to become what you see in front of you now. That was several hundred years ago now. Oh, how time flies when you have fun.
You've been in here for several hundred years looking at same old scrolls and same books?
You can see that there are 3 or 4 large piles of books, and that's actually driving Alora crazy. I mean, there in each corner of the room there's like a massive pile of books that basically stretches to the roof of this room. I mean, it's just thousands of books. And he has memorized all of them from cover to cover.
Well, that's, kind of recovering from being frozen and resisting the urge to just dive in headlong to this stuff and start organizing. She kind of looks at him and she says, I'm still rather young, even for an elf. I have a ways to go and many adventures I look forward to. However, if your offer is available maybe in, maybe another 100 years, I would definitely be interested in taking you up on it.
Well, when your time is ripe, elf, I will take you as an apprentice.
I would be honored.
So why are you really here? Are you really here to defeat these earthen cultists? Have you been here to find Marlos or Helen Ray?
The Marlos is the name of the book, right?
Yes.
I found his book.
Marlos is the prophet. I've never met this Marlos, but I heard and I have read that he is a powerful prophet. I do know, however, that you killed quite a few of the miners, these Duergar dwarfs from the Underdark. They have come up from the mine shafts beneath, and I heard that you killed them. And I know that you had also killed several of these cultists. So I knew, as you came in, that you are not part of the cultists, because they never interrupt me.
Do you know where they went?
They fled to the depths below.
Below here? As I point to the stairs behind him.
That is true. That is where they fled. Not down those stairs. That's to another one of my chambers, but you are more than welcome to see for yourselves.
Ooh,
I'm just gonna get up and start. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna walk over there as well.
Ooh, piece of candy. That's right. Totally trust this dude and go into his burial chambers.
Yeah, he told you that he knows
I rolled
that
a 20.
There is an ancient crypt under this monastery that is basically where they have more worshippers down there. So Renwick tells you that you need to be very wary and to protect yourself, because he does not really appreciate the cultists. He has let them stay here because they have brought him many books and scrolls and tombs and whatnot.
Ooh,
But
I can finally use this roll.
So, does anybody else want to say anything to him or whatnot?
Do you have anything that would help us in our quest? And I'm going to go and roll persuasion.
He basically... Sure, let me...
Hey, handsome. Do you have anything that'll help us?
So with your persuasion check, which really stunk, he does kind of take a long look at you, and he waves his hand, and he tells you the next time you perform a song, you'll actually be able to get a note out. Hopefully. So on your next performance roll, you'll have advantage. So mark that down somewhere. So on your next performance roll, yes, and then he looks over towards you, Donk, and he says, "All Lich are not evil, ogre, or Goliath."
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I'm dumbfounded. I guess it's kind of a surprise to me. Because I don't think Donk's ever even run into a Lich before, let alone a good one. But, I mean, there's a giant guy whose flesh is rotting, kind of like a talking
there's like
zombie.
sort of like half of his cheek is like hanging off. You know, it's kind of like hanging off over his jaw and stuff. Yeah, he's in pretty bad shape.
Yeah, so, I mean, he's not really the most attractive thing in the park. But, hey,
Double ones next
I do
time,
ask
hopefully.
him, like I did before, is there anything that you need while we look around? What you trying to find here?
Knowledge. Arcane power. Arcane knowledge. That is what I seek. That is all of what my kind seeks.
Hey, we found arcane power in other room.
Yep.
You want to see it?
Oh, most certainly. I can sense something. Please.
I open up the scrolls and show them to him, Dave, and kind of ask him for his insight.
Watch, he rolls a 1, too.
Okay. So he takes a look at these. Let me come back over to the spell descriptions here. Now, which spells did he have again?
It was the dirt. No, I was going to say dirt
Dust
devil.
Devil.
Dust Devil and...
Dirt devil and erupting earth.
Yeah.
All right, so he looks at the erupting earth spell, and he tells you that this is a third level, a third circle powered piece of. Basically, it's a third level spell for a wizard. But he also goes on saying that a sorcerer, these evil sorcerers, he sounds like he's a little down on sorcerers. He doesn't like their type of magic. This is their shamanistic magic, and then he kind of scoffs and laughs a little bit. Also, let's see, a sorcerer can use that. And then as for the Dust Devil, that is pretty much for one of the forest, which is a druid. Also, sorcerer.
So Donk says, "You want any of these spells?"
I slap Donk.
Donk!
Also, the wizard can use Dust Devil as a second circle spell. So Dust Devil is the second circle, and the erupting earth is third level.
Now Donk asks, "Do you have any spells you want to share with us?"
Are you one of the magic arts, Donk?
I can get mad. That's about it. I can get mad and it's like magic.
But you do not know magic?
No.
No, he does not know magic.
No.
The only ones here that have any kind of arcane power are myself, and the dwarf, and I believe Cal does now.
That
as well.
dwarf has a name.
I will make
But
you a deal.
The dwarf.
But you know, I do want to say though, Dave, just kind of out of character here.
Yes, who is Dave?
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait. I want to ask you something, Renwick. I don't
yes,
have
Donk.
magic, but I would like to find Iron Fang. Do you know of that weapon?
You would need to seek Marlos for Iron Fang. Marlos is who you seek.
And where might Marlos be? Is he down the stairs?
He is past the labyrinth beneath the monastery. There is an old chamber, supposedly that goes to the geode, the earthen geode. I whole out of character. I think it's the
black geode. Yeah, that's the thing that he nurtures, the black geode. The ever-growing mountain shall remake in his own image. Okay, so then I guess we kind of got directions if we want to go after Marlowe and get that Iron Fang. So I guess
no, he talks that you need to find the Fane of the Eye. That's it, the Fane of the Eye. Remember in the books it talks about the Fane of the Eye.
That's right.
So
That's
yeah,
right.
Supposedly, Renwick goes on to telling you that there possibly could be a way to the Fane of the Eye from the bottom of the monastery, but he does tell you that you will need to be very careful because he senses that may be too powerful for your talents and skills.
Oh.
But I will make all of you a deal. Now that you have sort of opened my blind eye to this cult. You say you have rid the cult from my monastery?
Yes.
We haven't searched all the rooms yet.
Well,
We
you
will
need to take
smash
care
them.
of that. You need to go ahead and vacate the property of the top level of my monastery, and I will guarantee you this. If I see any more of these earth cultists, then I will vanquish them from the monastery. Now,
Deal.
in return, also telling you what those magical spells were, I will all give you a curio among the collection that I have been saving over the years. And I do not need any kind of... I have no use for these potions or trinkets or scrolls. I do not need them. So, all of a
Potion of
sudden,
lichdom.
he... Oh, of course, right out of the bat. He basically holds his hand open, and a potion comes from one of the tables in the corner of the room, and it basically comes over to his hand, and then he opens it and points towards you, Donk, and this potion comes over towards you. And he says, "This will be your reward and your payment for getting rid of these cultists." It is a potion of hill giant strength.
Oh, nice. Do I have to roll dexterity to try to catch it?
No, it just...
Thank God.
Unless you want to do some type of acrobatic somersaulting backflip to, as you're waiting for it to drop into your hand, then I would make you roll. But I don't think you'd be.
No, I'll
wanting
just
to do
let it
that.
slam into my lard, and then I'll flex my boob to grab it, just like
Okay.
normal.
All right. So you get a hill giant strength, a potion of hill giant strength, and you can take that.
Nice.
And I'll make sure you get that on your sheet. Now,
I'll put it in my inventory for now, and then I'll drag it over after that.
okay, and then for Kel, he asks you to come forward,
Okay, he does.
and he says that you remind me of my brother, and for this I thank you because I have not felt that presence in many years. I have a tomb down below that has a sarcophagus that is waiting for him when he joins me one day in the dead.
I
If
knew
you
it.
can-
He's gonna purple drink your ass into that coffin.
Oh no. He says that seeing
Bill
that
Cosby your ass.
seeing that you had reminded him and brought the memories of his brother back into him for this short period of time, he has a very special trinket that he would like to give to you for this. And he takes an amulet from around his neck, and he extends his hand out to you, his bony hand, you know, skin falling off of his arm and whatnot, and he says, "Please take this. This was my brother Samalaw's. This is what he gave me as they buried my body from the mortal realm." And it is basically, it is an amulet of health.
All right, thank you. I'll use it well.
You damn well better. It was my brother's.
Do you happen to know the layout of the below?
Below, yeah, he tells you that. Yeah, just one second. Let me get this this amulet first. I want to take care of this amulet. All right, the Amulet of Health. This you're gonna love this. The Amulet of Health now takes your Constitution score to 19 when you wear this amulet. Look at Kel's face. He was like,
I know. It'll finally help your erectile dysfunction too, so that's a bonus.
There you go. Constitution score is 19 while you wear this amulet. It has no effect on you if your Constitution score is 19 or higher. We're on Chapter 3, Signal Flare. They're going through all the Holland keeps right now.
So if he's wearing that when he levels up, does he get that bonus? I guess it's only 3
Once
anyway, so.
he goes past 20, then
yeah,
he'll lose the effect of the amulet. But for as of right now, he has a 19 Constitution.
Nice.
Amulet of Health. Now, for Theo,
A pimp named Theo.
yes, this pimper named Theo. He gives you a scroll of invisibility, and then he gives everyone a potion of greater healing. Not just a potion of healing, but a potion of greater healing.
Awesome.
And then for Raz, you also get a scroll of invisibility.
Sweet deal.
Now I think there's one last thing that I need to check. One second.
I also feel like an amulet of eagle splendor.
Come on, water walk. Come on, water walk. Donk want to walk on the water.
Now for Misty, he hands you a scroll, and as he hands it to you, it turns into like a dust.
Uh-oh.
And he tells you that it is now in your spell book. And this is the spell Snillix Snowball Swarm.
Wow.
I will put this. This is a special spell. Let me find it really quick.
Plus, Donk noticed he grabbed a little side boob while he was giving that spell over.
Oh, really?
He can have a
Nice.
he can have a little side boob for a nice scroll.
For a nice spell like that? Okay.
Damn, if I could give you a good spell, what do I get?
Well, when you find one, let me know.
Whoa, the elf.
I could teach you vicious mockery.
There you go. There is a Snillix Snowball Swarm that is now in your spellbook. As you open up your book, it is there, and that is quite weird because usually other mages can't. This guy is powerful. This Lich is powerful.
So Donk, noticing how powerful this witch is, whispers to everybody, "Let's get him." No, I'm just joking.
Alright, he casts Time Stop. Everybody is frozen.
Oh, that's not good.
Thanks, Donk.
But yes, he does tell you that his brother is very old. Samalar is very old. And once he is passed on to the world of the dead, I wish to have him with me in the monastery, down in my chambers below.
What is he at?
He said that within the last several months, he felt that his brother may not be in the world of the living anymore. He said that he just lost his presence. Now,
What was he last felt?
to the lands of the north.
Yay, side quest.
Alright, so do you guys remember anything about the caravan?
Wait, there's a caravan?
Really?
No, I'm kidding.
I remember there being a caravan.
The caravan that brought us
The
to
caravan
Red
with
Rock.
the people, the one we were supposed to find.
The missing delegation, correct, yes. Do you remember
Right.
anything about this delegation? Not only were there delegates that ended up being missing, but where were they heading and why were they heading to a certain place? And this is something
for
that
that purple night.
we talked about several times.
They were going to that funeral for that
Summit
dude.
Hall.
Oh, this was the guy. Wow, yeah. That's awesome.
Connections.
I'm reading through the notes now.
So if you run across Samalar on your travels, I hope you remember Renwick Caradun.
Excuse me just for a second.
Okie
Oh,
doke.
no problem, man.
We'll bring your body of your brother if we see him, so we can bury him with you.
We will bring him, dead or alive.
He will be dead.
I don't want you to kill him. He is an old man, but I do not want you to kill him.
We will bring him to you alive or dead, or he will die trying.
So he's pretty much made a bargain with you guys that if any more
Bargain struck.
cultists, come to the monastery, he will vanquish them. Now he does tell you that they fled to the depths below. You're still going to need to take care of that, and you need to take care of basically the rest of the ground level also. So you guys have actually ran into a lich. I was hoping you guys were not going to attack this guy, because he would have killed. It would have been a
Are you
TP.
kidding me?
Lucky everybody was holding me back.
Yeah.
Well, good thing I
Take
was
this
leading the
wuss
party.
out.
I would have done a 9th level time stop, and then I would have done an 8th level magic missile on Alora and just destroyed her with one magic missile.
That
Go
would
ahead,
be
roll the
sweet.
dice. Roll the damage here, Dave.
That
What
would've
would it
been
be?
sweet.
11, so that would be 3 plus...
Just roll it.
That'd be 10. That'd be 10d8. Plus with all of his bonuses for evocation. Let's see.
Would she be one-shotted?
27 plus probably about another, I don't know, 40 more or so. It would have been
The answer's
60.
yeah.
Is it double your hit points? Oh yeah, you only got 20 max hit points, so yeah, you'd have been toast.
Aren't you happy that Theo was in the lead?
Or I could have just done a level 8 fireball and just scorched everyone to death.
Or it's just been the end of it for everybody
Yeah.
right there.
Or no, what he would have done is just probably poison cloud and just killed everybody that way. As the doors
Well,
locked.
Then I guess I will re-roll my other dwarven bard named Leo Grogfist.
Leo, he's the brother.
He's the brother.
Oh, that spell he gave me was pretty damn sweet.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
So I'm gonna check the room to the south.
All right. Let's get back to this story, shall we?
Let's finish this ground floor.
Dave, did I unlock an achievement yet?
You did.
Okay,
It
sweet.
was called "You Survived the Lich." The achievement is called Lichdom, and yes, you did survive. I survived the ride with Renwick Caradune.
Shouldn't that be Lich Don't?
Yeah, pretty much.
I need one of those shirts.
Oh, I know. That would be a great shirt to have. I survived the encounter with the Lich. That would be a good one. Alright, so this is basically a magnificent canopy bed covered in dusty, tattered sheets and several moth and eaten couch. You know, that basically suggests this is probably his bed chamber of maybe Renwick's or maybe someone else. And then he just kind of turns towards you and watches you as you enter the room.
I asked Renwick if he can draw a quick basic map of the below.
He cannot draw you a map, but he tells you that there are probably 10 to 12 chambers. But he has not been down there for several hundred years. He has basically been confined to his laboratory to study the arcane arts and to learn as much, as he can about arcane magic.
Thank you.
So was he more interested in Allura because she was an elf, or because she was an evocation wizard?
He could sense that you had power. Plus, he could sense the magic from your spell book. All right. So, what else would you guys like to look at while we were here?
I am going to go and just go back to the hallway. Start opening doors.
All right. So
they're all obviously downstairs. So
this is a distilling room where there are piles of
Hello?
firewood that are stocked, basically stacked neatly against one of the walls of this room. You can see that there's 4 large, very large copper kettles that are standing in iron frames above iron fireboxes.
I drink it.
Lots of copper tubing and long coils leads from one kettle to the next, and several large wooden casks stand at the south end of the room, and shelves on the eastern wall hold scores and scores of brown bottles sealed with red wax.
I drink one.
They've been making something. So you pop open the wax, and it smells it smells like firewater, Theo. This smells worse than the worst type of brandy. You can tell that it has the smell of a brandy, but it is very, very, very strong. It has probably not been done right, and it smells horrible.
Ugh. Blasted humans not knowing how to brew a good brandy.
65 bottles, to be exact, on all of the shelves.
But could we use them as Molotov cocktails?
That was my next idea.
It is very strong, but not aged well. You could tell that it's because you are your family brews. You can just tell that it just hasn't been brewed long enough. It just hasn't sat. It hasn't been aged. Not properly flavored.
As a Molotov cocktail?
Sure. I'm sure it probably could be. Yeah, in the state that it's in now, yeah, most definitely.
All right, I'm going to hand them out to everybody.
Okay, how many? You guys need to be careful now carrying all these bottles around on you.
I'm only taking a couple.
I'll take one.
Okay.
There's not enough room to put one in my backpack. It's too jammed with spices and meat. Sorry, Theo.
We'll
Can't
drop some of the spices and meat.
Huh?
Or just eat another one, Donk. I mean, jeez.
Chow, chow. I like chicken. I'll dip it in beer.
Very, very, very horrible, horribly flavored, not aged enough brandy.
Oh.
You're probably thinking that they're probably selling this shit to someone. So
It tastes like owlbear piss with foam farted off. Don't like.
I'm gonna smash the rest of these barrels.
sure, break out.
No one should be drinking this piss.
Sure, you want to do that on Renwick's floor? Well, I don't know if I would. I don't know. Do you think Renwick would like that?
We'll roll it down the stairs.
All right. So, what else do you guys want to do? Do you want to? Where else do you want to go? Look at these other doors, I guess.
Yeah, Dunk
Yep.
is Dunk. I'm at that door. I was just gonna. Flip
Yeah,
it
there's
open.
a door
But
to
then-
the north, a door to the south. Remember, there's the double doors that were in the middle of the atrium or the open area, in the middle of the keep. There were those double doors.
Figured we checked that one last.
Yeah, you
I wanted
check
to,
this out. Here's a stairwell. As this is where Raz kind of poked her head in and saw that there was stairs going down, sort of like a flight of stairs. Now, Theo, you open up this room.
Okay.
All right, 1 second.
It looks like an office. I think that's a Macintosh in the corner.
So that's a piece of
Raz
crap
runs
then.
right over to it.
I smash it before she gets there.
All right, so this is basically a chamber, and this is a large room that contains a wooden table, 4 chairs, a small working desk, several pretty decent wall hangings, and a single, basically, bed pallet on a low stone shelf set against the west wall. Also to the north, there is a window that it is overlooking a garden, and in this garden, you see more of these. Lots more of these gargoyle statues.
Oh, shnikes.
And you also see a door over here on the left-hand side.
Actually, I'm gonna stop at Renwick's, ask him if he can turn off the gargoyles.
The gargoyles are not of his concern, Renwick tells you.
Whenever you're ready, Dave, I'm
Okay.
gonna open this door.
I'm ready to open the door.
No, you're not.
That was funny how
I'm
you said,
opening this door.
okay.
Get the
They're
hell
none
back
of his
door.
concern.
Okay.
He's actually been a pretty
Well-
cool Lich so
Well,
far, to be
I'm
honest.
not gonna argue with the level 20 lich.
Yeah,
I
right.
enjoy my meats to be on the inside of my body.
Alright, so all of you open the door, you move in. This appears to be a very large hall, much larger than any other room, probably the largest of all of the rooms here at the monastery. Definitely a shrine. Now, in this room are 4 large columns of natural rock that are basically dominating the shrine. A wide set of steps descends into darkness in the center of the room in front of a slab-like stone altar. Large copper sheathed doors stand in the middle of the south wall where you guys came in, the east wall where you guys were looking in at one point, well, from the garden area, and then on the western side there is also a stone door. And these are the large copper and stone sheath doors, basically. Now, you can also see that there are several windows to the northern end, emitting light from the outside. And above the altar, there is a triangular symbol that has been chiseled into the heavy stone blocks of the wall.
Are we familiar with this symbol?
I think it's
It
the
is the-
Egyptian butt.
It is the
Plumber's
earthen
crack.
cult symbol. It is, yes.
What is this thing on the wall over here?
That is a bronze lever.
Did you say bronze leather?
I totally search it for traps.
Okay, you go ahead and start investigating it. So give me a perception check, please.
Yeah, I'm going to the altar as well. Up
Okay.
here.
Now, when you are noticing when you're checking out the altar, close inspection of the altar reveals that old runes and emblems in its surface have been recently chiseled out. Now, if you would like to do a religion check, an intelligence religion check, to try to identify these erased marks and symbols, I would love for you to do that.
Sure, it can't get any worse today, so...
Kel, you're looking down into that. It's about a 20-foot drop off, and because you're a human, it goes down into total darkness.
I'm half elf.
Yeah, you can see that there's a floor down about 20 feet or so. It's about what you can see.
Okay.
Huzzah! Knowledge religion.
Now, Theo, you recognize this symbol right off the bat. This is a defecated, basically an altar of Morden. This makes your stomach churn. This really does.
That's my deity.
Yep. This makes your stomach churn.
So you
Those
say it's,
motherfuckers.
so it's this altar is desecrated and everything's chipped and everything.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what-
The symbols of Moradin were basically scratched off, and all of these triangle cultist symbols were put onto it.
So Donk looks to everybody and says, "Who would do such a thing?"
Dead men.
Cultists?
Dead men would
Okay.
do such a thing.
Yeah, remember these are the symbols that they etched on it. You know, this earthen symbol, the pyramid type of symbol.
So, did I detect any traps?
On the lever, no, you did not.
I pull the lever.
It does something. Okay, so as you pull the lever, you hear click, 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 bam, and Kel, you almost kind of lose your balance a little bit standing on the edge there. But these stairs now go from being a stair to a very slippery slope going right down to the bottom of this pit. Now, you also hear, you know, actually, Kel, why don't you give me a perception check, Donk, also. Donk and Kel, seeing that you're at the very end of that pit, give me a perception check. Yeah, Donk is he's just dumbfounded.
Look at the pretty stairs go skiing.
Kel, you are as well. You heard a lot of echoing down there, poof, poof, poof. And then all of a sudden you hear a scream, and then towards the bottom of this
We do not want to go this way.
this slippery slope, Kel, you can see a creature that looks like this.
Please let it be a rancor.
A what?
A rancor.
From Star Wars.
It looks like this. Very large, probably 12-foot tall creature. Very long fingers, two massive mandible pinchers on its face. Give me a nature check, Kel.
He looked like my brother-in-law.
You know this creature very well from your part of the lands of Faerun. You know this as a Umber Hulk. So,
An Umber Hulk.
an Umber Hulk, that is true. Now, this Umber Hulk basically starts to walk up this slope, Kel. So, we are going to go ahead and end the game for tonight. And when we start next week, we will start with a initiative roll with you guys versus an Umber Hulk.